Are you a lifelong fan of General Hospital?
Are you a new fan who wants to know more about the history of the show?
Do you enjoy talking about the show with others?
Do you find yourself yelling at the TV?
Is your self-care an hour a day in Port Charles?
If so, we invite you to join hosts
Amanda Kimmel
and Shannon Coach at the place where all the hidden conversations take place and secrets are revealed.
Meet us at Pier 54,
the podcast. Hello.
Hi.
Welcome to the
13th.
The 13th
13th and 17th.
wrap up of General Hospital. Today we are here we have a lovely studio audience today.
Oh, yeah.
We have a child.
You want to say hi, Megan? Hi.
Do you want to leave her name in?
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Whatever.
As long as you're okay with that, that's fine. You want to come in?
Okay.
My husband just walked in. So
Full audience
right
participation
on time.
today. Do you want to say hi?
Hello.
What are you doing?
I'm locking your car.
Why?
Get my power cord out of there.
Okay. Are you leaving?
Yes, I'm leaving.
Okay. I'm going to text you something real quick. Just don't be alarmed.
Do I have to text you back?
I don't know. I want to see what happens.
Text me something?
I don't know. Did it text you anything? Okay. All right. I'll have to play with it later. I'm trying to set up this SOS thing that you're supposed to. That was what she said? I love you. So there's this SOS thing on my phone that I was looking at, and it says, like, if you press the power button 3 times, it'll send a message plus a photo and record 5 seconds.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
To whoever you label as an emergency contact. So I set him up to begin with.
Right.
As I start doing open houses and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, so here, we're just going to start talking about our weeks. As I start doing open houses and everything, I need to be safety first.
Yes, that's
You know,
genius. I didn't know anything like that existed.
But yeah, because someone said, well, you can probably find like emergency apps on your phone. And I just happened to be scrolling in the settings and it says set up SOS. And I was like, what the heck is this?
Yeah.
Because I don't want to call the cops.
Right.
If it's not anything. Little one is nodding her head at me.
Oh, she's in her
You have it set up too? Do you have it set up? You can talk.
Oh,
nice. Yeah, but the thing is, like, you're calling 911. Don't do that.
No, it doesn't actually get it, see?
Okay.
Oh, it gives you 10 seconds, so you can, if you hit it on accident.
But, like, mine is if you hit the power button so many times. Because you would actually have to swipe your thing.
Yeah.
Which,
You can change that, though. You can tap.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Because I'm just thinking, like, if I at least have it in my back pocket and maybe someone's doing something.
Yeah.
Like, I don't feel safe.
Hey, can I remind you, though, not to have it behind your back with both hands? Like
I know.
Sam and
Like
Shyla.
Sam? I can't pull a Sam with that?
Don't do that, because whoever's trying to murder you might notice that you're doing something.
But, like, I can always, so I just need to figure out how to make it work.
Yeah.
And then it can
There you
get
go.
sent to him.
That's awesome.
Yes. So that way, wherever I am, I will be safe. I'm not excited about having to use it.
Can
But
you please attack me so I can show you my self-defense
you know how
skills?
we talked about doing self-defense? I saw a free one, but unfortunately it was like a weekend that I know I can't do. So I didn't share the info with you in case you could.
Thanks for that. No,
it might have been today, actually, so I don't know.
Everything was today. We did a zoo sleepover with Girl Scouts last night.
We did that before. How was that?
It was nice. Not everyone participated, which had me a little annoyed because we paid for the girls and then moms just had to pay for themselves.
Yeah.
And the whole point was that everyone could go. Only about half the troop went. But it was really nice. And they, come in and show you all the animals and you get to
Did you do the
sleep with the snakes
ZSI again?
No, this one was Crazy Critters.
Okay.
We did a scavenger hunt in the pouring down rain. And it was funny because, like, all the moms
it was
were like,
cold too.
oh, no, it's raining. And I was like, the kids
over it.
The kids begged to go jump in puddles and run in the rain. Yeah. Like, they loved it. Like, the people running it ended up pulling us back in because it was raining so hard. And I was like, no, we should totally just let them keep going because they loved it. But that was tonight. And then when you do the sleepover, you have a pass for the whole next day at the zoo if you want to stay. But it was cheer sign up, so we had to leave at 9:00 and go sign up.
And you don't get any kind of a rain check, like no coupon for one good.
Nope. Is everybody entered together at
It's
once?
a shame because it was raining this morning too. So.
Yeah, it was
Did it
packed.
rain
They
here
were
because
doing
we
some
were
kind of race thingy.
There's something going on tomorrow night. Well, we were about an hour away today because we had a robotics competition.
Oh, right. How'd that go?
So it went really well. They wound up going pretty far. So they wound up having 3 robots instead of just 2. And I mean, they went pretty far.
Awesome.
So they didn't win, but it's all learning experience and everything. My son hacked off parts of his fingers. So
that sounds lovely.
But Well, it's funny because he comes up to me and he has his pointer fingers wrapped in Band-Aids. He's like, I hurt myself. I'm like, all right, not that I don't care, but I'm
right,
like,
but if you're
I'm not
walking up to
that
me like that, it
person.
can't be something
You're
we
in
need to freak
robotics
about.
using metal and things to put them together. I'm aware of the fact that you could get hurt.
Right.
I was like, oh, how'd you do that? He's like, oh, just a hacksaw. And I don't even get worried about that. I immediately think about the Netflix Ted Bundy movie. And I'm like, what is wrong with me?
Maybe you need to see Dr. Collins about that.
I know. But then we get home. And so probably like not even 20 minutes before you got here, I was ready to text you. Like, by the way, if you see a cop car, don't worry about it. The cop from his accident showed up because he hadn't answered any of his voicemails.
Oh.
Teenagers, answer your voicemails.
Yeah, especially if it's the police. Like,
well, but here's
thing.
In his defense-ish, small, he didn't answer the phone because it said spam likely.
Oh.
However, I was like, but you still
listen
check
to the
your voicemails.
Right.
And if it's a cop, you call them back.
Right. Or at least have your mom call him back.
No. He was in the accident. He has to talk to the cop.
Oh.
He's old enough that he needs
That's weird,
to...
though, that the cops are even involved in it. That makes me wonder, did the other person do something wrong?
But, there was something else I was going to say about this week that had to do with that, and I can't remember now. I don't know. This has just been... Have the past 2 months just, like, flown by for you?
They have. Like the
school's
kids,
almost out.
I know. I was just going to say, the kids are on their, like, countdown of school, and every day that they say the number, I'm like, wait, what? I am not ready.
But you guys have a shorter summer this year because we're starting early.
Yay.
Yay.
I don't know.
And then you'll be done before June next year.
Yeah, I don't like that.
I don't know.
It should go into
We're gonna get used to it, though. So, I mean, it's...
I don't know. But yeah, it was an uneventful week at my house too, which is nice.
Yeah.
If there's nothing to talk about, that means I was not getting upset about anything.
Yeah.
So
speaking of nothing to really talk about,
that's not nice.
That's our segue.
That's
no, honestly,
not nice.
But there wasn't anything really. So real quick, when we did the recap of the nurse's ball, I don't know how we forgot to mention this because we made a point of mentioning when a celebrity was on, like a now celebrity who maybe have gotten their start on the show.
Yeah.
And we talked about Miguel. We did not say that that's Ricky Martin.
No, we didn't. You're right.
So,
yes.
sorry.
Yeah, right. I think that was just kind of obvious in my head, I guess. I guess not. But it's because I refuse to accept that I'm aging. That time period was not that long ago. So, of course, you know that it's Ricky Martin. When you're talking about, like, John Stamos back in, like, the 80s, well, maybe someone wasn't watching then. So, I go off my lifetime span, not maybe everyone else's.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was Miguel.
We forgot.
Or that
we
was
didn't
Ricky
forget
Martin.
about you. We just didn't.
We love Ricky Martin.
Yes.
Love. So, yeah, it was just kind of a given in my mind.
Yeah.
I'm upset with us or the writers or our listeners because we sat here and had a whole conversation about how did Maxie and Peter end up in France and Laura was in Toronto.
Yes.
And this week they said, oh, we went to Toronto. And I was like, why did someone not call us out on that? Or
but
why
they didn't say it. They did not say it in Friday's episode because she kept saying it's still Paris-ish. And Peter did reference the weather. I just thought it was raining. They did not talk about it at all.
I like sometimes I miss it because I'm doing other things, so I don't hear word for word.
How do we want to talk about this week? Because I know that we want to talk about the Nurses Ball 2019 for the Thursday episode. So my suggestion is we can talk about all the stories from the week, including stories that happened Friday.
To not talk about the Nurses Ball.
Yes, because we have to wait for.
All right.
We did not talk about stories during the recap.
But I wanted to talk about dresses already, but I'll be quiet.
But we will wait.
Okay. We will storyline only, not
storyline only
I got
this week, and then we will talk about the actual Nurses Ball for Thursday's episode.
All right, I can do that.
Does that mess up your notes?
No, it doesn't mess up. It just makes me sad because I want to talk. So whatever. I liked the dresses.
Yes.
All right. So I don't feel like anything happened Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, except for Oscar's memorial, which I was kind of disappointed with. It was kind of anticlimactic.
But you know what? He didn't want a big deal.
I know. But it was still, I don't know. It didn't, like, I guess the whole point was not to cry, but it really didn't even make me want to cry. It was just like, okay.
See, it made me want a meadow when I died. Because I already want a green burial.
Oh my god.
So that would just be
Megan,
really
was
fitting.
it you that asked if we could do that?
A green burial?
Oh, that was your sister. What? Did you watch General Hospital when they were talking about the dead kid? Mm-hmm. Yes. Were you the one that asked if we could do that when you die?
Yeah.
Yes.
Listen,
okay, so.
I do real estate now, so I will just buy us all a property that we can make our own meadow.
Mm-hmm. That's not creepy at all.
The Kimmel Coach Meadow.
Okay.
It'll be, oh no. Yes. Kim will coach Meadow.
Love your alphabetical, don't you? Oh my gosh. Yes, no,
makes
Megan
sense.
was watching it with me. And she's not like a real watcher yet. She's just kind of here and there,
Mhm.
like, who's that person? What's that? Blah, blah, blah. And
Yeah.
she saw it. And she was like, can you really do that? And I was like, it's your funeral. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
And she
You
was
can have
like,
butterflies released. I want butterflies released too.
of course you do.
Mhm.
I want that. And I was like, okay, Megan, well, I'm not going to plan your funeral right now, so let's move on
But
from
you
this.
can. Just write
You
it
can.
down.
You and Shannon can have a meeting later.
I want some doves released.
Doves released.
Okay.
That's like a wedding thing, not a death thing.
Well, sorry.
All right.
It's her funeral. She can do whatever she wants.
Maybe
I mean, you'll be
maybe
dead,
I
honey.
just
So.
won't
I'm
show
sorry,
up.
I'm laughing about your dead
There you go. You can be the executor of her funeral.
Executrix.
There you go. Of her funeral. I don't want to release some doves.
Yeah.
But yeah, I
agree. There wasn't a
nice, but it
whole-
was just like, okay, I don't know. It didn't feel like anything.
It didn't feel like it actually. I did love how Kim talked to Joss, though.
Yes.
You know, and that was just. I didn't cry. I did not cry at Oscar's memorial. No.
Can you all hear me clapping?
No.
Because that's impressive. Because Shannon normally, whatever.
I cried when my car got taken away. Taken away more than I did.
Yes. Well, see, I'm surprised.
Oh, that was the other thing I was thinking about.
Would be
Yeah,
there.
but that was the other thing that I was thinking about that had to do with the car was that it got taken away. The totaled car got taken away.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yes.
No, but I really like how Kim talked to Joss and everything. Could not figure out why Monica was wearing sunglasses the whole time.
Because her eyes were all swollen from her crying.
Okay.
That's
She was the only one.
Yeah. Her eyes were all swollen from crying.
Yeah.
The only explanation.
I wrote, I will not be that type of realtor that sends a card.
Do you think that that's what that was, though?
Yeah.
Really?
Uh-huh.
I don't know. Because you get cards in the mail every week. I get cards. I rent my house, and I get cards every week. Do you want to sell? Do you want to sell? No, I don't want to sell because it's
But
not mine to sell.
I believe that it was targeted
Okay.
towards that. So I have been trained or told to look for estates, which is fair enough because an estate
Right.
has already established, certain things.
Yep.
And perhaps they do need assistance. But by the time you find out that there is an estate, it's not 3 days after an
Right.
obit.
Right.
I'm not going to read the obits.
Yeah, that girl definitely was
And
reading the obituary.
You don't contact the family directly. You contact whoever is handling the estate.
Yes.
Because chances are they're not family
Right.
in most cases.
Right. Or like far enough removed.
Right.
from
Or they're
when
like an
they're
attorney or
devastated.
something. So it's
Yes.
their job. But yeah, no, I absolutely agree. Like there just wasn't a whole bunch.
I just had random notes, but
Yeah.
go ahead. Go ahead. I
No,
think
no,
you're
no.
gonna say what I was gonna say
No,
next.
go.
No, go.
You.
Lulu crying her eyes out about how much she misses Nathan when Maxie is trying to talk about hooking up. Yep. Yeah. See, I knew that's where you were going. That was the only thing that happened this week. And as she started her,
But it
video,
has
I
to
was
be
like,
about me.
are you kidding me?
When are they going to talk about Notre Dame burning down, though? They're all in love with Paris, and nothing has been mentioned about that.
Right? Maybe
Lulu needs another trip.
some of the proceeds from the nurse's ball could get sent over to help.
Maybe.
Yeah,
Maybe.
no.
No, but that was just so...
It was, and you don't do that to a friend. Like,
No.
if you're telling me about your very exciting date with your husband that you've been looking forward to, I don't sit here and start crying because I'm divorced. Like, that's ridiculous.
Okay, when I was younger, I was definitely that friend. I was in a totally messed up place, and I was in my early 20s, though.
Well, then I'm kind of
And
glad that I didn't
was
know you
so-
there. Not saying that I didn't do it too.
But I
Because
was...
sometimes you don't know the line between,
But I
I
was
want to
separated.
relate to you.
Yeah.
Like, I want you to understand that I'm trying to understand what you're going through or whatever. So there's probably been more times that I can count that the story's focused on me, but that wasn't my intent behind it. Where
Right.
Lulu is like, no, talk about me, talk about me.
No. I was not like that. But I was definitely, I would get really upset. But this is when I was single. So it's not like it was just, oh, my husband's away taking care of his mental health so that he can adapt to civilization again after he just
was brainwashed.
It was, the history of why I was a single mom. So,
right, exactly.
So when I saw friends, and I was truly, truly happy for them, but then I would just be like, I would be hurt and be like, why isn't that happening for me?
I understand.
But I didn't do that to them.
Right. No, I understand. I bring up the feeling. I was at that wedding just a couple weeks ago. It was my niece. I was nothing but happy for her. but she is close to the age that I was when I got married.
Mhm.
And she was just glowing. She was so happy. And so
Yeah.
obviously, like, it triggered in my mind. I remember being that happy.
Right.
I didn't walk up to her and go, "Oh, I hope it works out better for you than it did for me." Like,
right. No.
you
I
just
did not
do that kind of stuff.
No.
And that just feels like where Maxie is all the time. If you need to talk, or not Maxie, I'm sorry, Lulu is to Maxie all the time. If you have to talk about me, and if not, then I'm going to twist it so that you can be happy about whatever you're being happy about. And it's ridiculous.
I did like how Jax has really supported. We're just going to go all over the place today.
Okay, but what was up with Jax and Nina?
Hold it. That's a Friday. But Jax emphasizing the mental health and telling Joss just to give herself credit for showing up.
Oh, yes.
Loved that.
I did.
I don't know what's going to happen with Jax and Nina because I'm just like, ooh.
Yes, because this is a nurse's ball. It happened going into the nurse's ball, but it's still a separate storyline.
It's storyline.
Yes, so I'm allowed to say it. But that was just weird. Like, she couldn't speak. She couldn't whatever.
Well,
like,
I mean,
I couldn't. If Jax was talking to me, I'd be like, hi.
Oh, I love Australia. Oh, have you been? No. But nice accent. Well, thank you.
Right. That's something that I would
How
have said.
cute was Chandra Wilson?
Yes, I love her.
We can talk more about her during the, because I'm sure that's not going to be the rest that we see of her. But also, what's up with Jax and Valentin?
Yeah, that was weird too.
They know each other. And then Peter
definitely.
exclaimed, like, oh, Jasper Jax is here. And it's like, how do you, I know he's a big financier or whatever, but
how did Nina not know that was Jax, though? Also,
right.
That was weird. I can understand being, like, taken aback meeting him in person because he is so adorable and whatever. But for her to be like, that guy, blah, 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 like she had no idea who he was, that was weird, too.
Yeah, especially if Peter knows him by reputation and something's up with Valentin. I don't know.
He's so...
Who, Valentin?
Yeah, Valentin's just so whatever.
I like Valentin, though.
I swear I'm not sick. I have allergies and I cannot stop coughing. So
great.
Sorry.
Great.
Yeah, I just made random notes. Why did they need a dozen cupcakes for 5 people, 6 people, 5 people when they were announcing the engagement for Mike?
I don't know, but I also wrote it. So I wrote it down and then I crossed it out. How is champagne really that readily accessible at a home with people who probably shouldn't be drinking with medication? But then they did say that it was sparkling cider afterwards.
Yes. But still, those fancy glasses, that I feel like the retirement home doesn't have those just sitting there.
It's not even a retirement home, though. It is a facility specifically for people with diminishing mental capacities.
Right.
They should not just be able to walk into a kitchen.
Yeah.
Because we all know what's in the kitchen. Knives, stuff like that. They're going to hurt themselves.
Yeah.
Because what if they decide to go bake?
Right.
And then burn the place down? I'm not saying like this to be funny.
Maybe one of them made the cupcakes.
But I'm not saying this to be funny.
No,
but
I know.
It's really, they're doing such a good job with this whole storyline. And then...
Well, they did call it their engagement party. And he said he had talked to the staff about where that ring came from. So maybe the staff...
Maybe.
And they just didn't,
Let's
announce that a little better. I'm going to assume that that's where we went. But I still didn't they still would have said... Yeah, the 4 or 5 of us are going to be there. We don't need a dozen cupcakes, but whatever.
I'm a little upset with Anna for not kind of freaking out on Felicia saying, why would you tell Robert to propose to me?
Yeah.
And not calling her out on that. That totally could have been squashed right there because they're that type of friends that would be like, okay, so I just walked around the corner and you're telling Robert to propose.
Yes.
And she'd been like, oh, no.
That's not what happened.
No.
Right.
He's thinking about proposing to Holly.
Right.
Or, do something like that. I know they're separated, but whatever.
Right. No, anything.
Yeah,
it didn't feel authentic that she wouldn't say to her friend, what the heck.
Mm-hmm.
So, or that she wouldn't go to her boyfriend and say, I feel like this is going to happen.
Yeah.
I feel like she would have said something to Finn and been like, I don't know, not that she can do anything about it if someone wants to propose to you, and they propose to you. But I just want to let you know this is going to happen, and it's going to be weird because why is he proposing?
Right. But she did tell Peter.
She did.
And then he went.
Yes. So. Yes. That was good.
Yes.
Oh, so I had said before that I think that Drew and Kim are going to end up hooking up over Oscar's death. It's going to be at Kilimanjaro when they go for the trip. Yes.
Probably.
Don't. Like I'm wrong.
No.
That's what happened.
No, because I just thought she better not get pregnant.
No, they're not going to make her pregnant. We're not going to do that. Okay. But, unless they have them just sleep together, not actually get together, and then she ends up pregnant, and then she comes back, and what about Julian, and back and forth.
Yeah.
But we've done that storyline so many times. Let's not do that again.
Let's not.
I veto that.
Yes.
So
I agree.
Other random things. Did not like Maxie's hair. I don't know if they tried to change it up because of that whole not being nominated or what.
Yeah.
But I didn't like it. I don't like the color of it. It reminds me of Amy's. Again, not trying to go into nurse's ball, but then she had extensions or whatever for nurse's ball, and I did not think that looked good.
No,
I was
not
happy.
a fan of that. I did like Laura's advice to her, though, and the way that Laura was trying to get her nerves calmed down.
Yes.
You know, I mean, she has to look at Maxie as a daughter.
Right.
You know, but I mean, she really talked to her as a woman, you know, just, all right, you can do this,
Yeah.
you know, because, I mean, think about it. Laura has thought that her husbands were dead plenty of times.
Yes, I hate when that happens.
And, I mean, at the time, she didn't know that they were still alive.
Right, right. She avoided an explosion this week also.
Again!
She's
Do you know
very
what that
lucky.
reminded me of?
What?
Whenever she and Luke were jumping. What was
Yes!
it?
That was like a gazillion years
that
ago.
was all I could think. I was like,
It was.
can we just get a montage of this?
Yeah.
You know, of Janie Francis jumping out of.
Yes.
But good for her. She's not the same age that she was when she was doing it with
Right?
Luke. Go ahead. I do think that Jordan is not calling Curtis so that he can get Ryan because she knows that she needs his kidney.
You think?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I think that's her whole thing, because when she was talking to Stella and she's like, he needs to finish this mission, but she's not going to tell Stella because he's going after Ryan and Ryan, you know, like all this.
Stella would not
But I
be
think
okay with
that's her whole
Yeah.
motive there.
Got that. I liked Alexis being self-accountable, talking to the therapist whenever he walked up on her and Julian, and she was like, aren't you going to say something? And he was like, no, what? And then she used the line, which I think should be the title of this, of objects may appear closer, or objects may be closer than they appear. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
What it says on the, I don't know. That it says
Now
on
I have meatloaf in my head, though. Which is...
No!
Okay, so objects in the rearview mirror, they appear closer than they are, is meatloaf, and that's wrong.
Okay.
It's objects in mirror are closer than they appear.
There you go.
Yes.
That's what she said. Objects may be closer than they appear is what she said, word for word, because I did write it down. I don't know why. I just didn't read it a minute ago. But anyway, I liked that whenever she was, that basically sums it up.
Okay.
That sums up my life sometimes too. What else? Oh, Carly, they know what they're having, but they didn't announce that.
I know.
Which you knew they weren't going to.
I know. What do you think it is?
Fine.
You can say.
Oh, no.
Girl.
You want it to be a girl?
Oh,
I hope it's a girl.
Right, because I don't want them to try to redo Morgan.
Yes.
But I'm scared that it'll be a boy because they already have Avery. And I know that Avery's technically not hers, but it is. She is.
Yeah, I hope it's a girl.
Yeah, they haven't had a girl together.
No.
And he's 2 and 2, right?
Dante,
Oh,
Michael's not
3.
his, though.
Yeah, but
Michael's AJ's.
Nah, but
But
he
right.
considers. So 3 and 2. So we need another
We need to
girl
Brady Bunch it
even
and get
out.
the girl.
Yeah.
Yep.
There you go. But I guess you could technically count Josh as the other. Jossa as the other girl too.
Yeah.
If you wanted to go whole Brady Bunch style.
Oh my goodness gracious.
That's a lot of babies.
I know.
That's a lot of kids.
Carly did turn down orange juice this week.
Oh my god! I did not write that down, and I totally thought of you whenever they said it. I totally thought of you.
Or like, when did Jason start to get this little comedy? I mean, so I know that Steve Burton has a personality.
Yes.
You know.
I started listening to their podcast.
Isn't that good?
Yes.
Isn't it good?
It is.
But, I mean, last week with the Jax glare at her, or
Mhm.
not glare, but, you know, like the seriously look that he gave her.
Right.
And now this week with, well, why don't you drink more of it?
Yeah.
For the chamomile tea.
That was funny.
I love it. I love
That
it.
was funny. Yeah, no, I totally did. Whenever he was like, "Want some orange juice?" I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, we've talked about that."
We have never talked about the security at the elementary school. How do these people walk in at all time of the day and just go right into the classroom?
Is it all time of the day? It's after kids are there. I don't think there's security once the kids are gone.
But how do they still get in? The doors have to be locked.
No, because I think during that,
But Julian went to register Leo. But that wouldn't have happened
that
after
shouldn't
hours.
have happened after hours. But maybe they did buzz them in already, and they just didn't show
Michael
that.
can just go walking into a teacher's classroom and leave a present on the desk.
I don't know if it's after hours. We need to ask some teacher friends. Are we always on lockdown, or once the kids go home and teachers are moving in and out of the classroom, is it open?
True.
I don't know.
True.
You're right for Julian, though, along with Leo, or signing Leo's stuff.
Yeah.
Like, that should have been during school hours. But you could leave presents any time of day.
I did appreciate Nina standing up for the situation
Mm.
and the way that she did it. And then I actually really liked how she shut Willow down when Willow thanked her and she was like, I stood up for censorship, not for you.
Yes.
And I was like, you know what? I know that I don't like how mean she is to Miss Tate, but
Right.
I did like that she
Asserted the difference there. Like, I can be on your side, but not forgive you. Yeah.
right or not like you.
Right.
and that's totally true.
Yeah.
And I liked that. I think it's crap that they're firing her.
Yeah, that was BS. Like there wasn't, there's not enough cause there.
Well, she did say that Charlotte was a spoiled, entitled brat.
I feel like that was
to the
after
parents.
hours. That was after hours.
But to the parents, it's
don't
not
know.
like another teacher overheard her
Our
telling that
teacher's
to
union,
Chase.
though, she shouldn't be able to get fired.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know how it goes in Port Charles.
I don't know. Right.
But, and then Sam taking Shiloh. And first of all, they introduced her as private investigator Sam McCall. Like, he knows that she runs cons. She conned his dad.
I didn't like any of those intros. I don't want to get too far into Nurse's Ball.
No.
But they also introduced Anna and Robert as super spy,
spies.
blah, blah, blah.
Right.
If I was a super spy, please don't tell the whole world I'm a super spy.
Well, again.
Even if that was like 100 years ago, the people
Yeah.
that I took down don't need to know that I'm in Port Charles walking the red carpet right now. So
back
that
to
was-
last week.
Yes.
Who the heck's watching this thing?
Yeah. Right. Exactly. No, the whole world, because we got people from New York coming in and everything.
So what else?
Crazy. How about the new music on Friday?
That was the last thing I was going to talk
What
about.
the
That's why
heck?
I was like, I don't like it. But did you notice that the hospital's at the end and not the skyline?
Yes.
Love that.
Yes.
I do love that.
I missed the
But
hospital.
it is-
But I don't like it.
I don't like it. It's. I don't know if it's the most recent theme song super slowed down, and I
Do
don't
you think
like.
it's special because of the Nurse's Ball? Like, we're just going to do it for this
I
week?
don't.
I
know.
hope, because I did not. Like, again.
I didn't like how slow it went. I know that we talked about how we didn't like how quick it went before.
Right, but this was, it just didn't feel like General Hospital. I want the classic one back from a million years ago that's like the heartbeat.
Yeah.
Like
Dun,
the,
dun.
yeah.
Dun, dun,
And
dun.
then like
the one that is very similar to the one that
it
we
is
chose
similar,
for our
and-
theme music, and we paid for that theme music,
right,
and
because that's how bad we wanted
and
it.
it's not Faces of the Heart,
Right.
which is the theme song from the 90s. But
Yes.
there have been multiple, and maybe we'll get into that.
Oh, we should. There we
We
go.
should talk about
We're
that.
still
However,
on
we
that.
can't. We're both broke. We can't afford the rights to be able to even play a snippet of it.
True. Maybe
But we can always talk about it.
Maybe we can do that on our 1 year anniversary, and we'll have tons of money by then because people
Yeah.
are just gonna love us. We're gonna have Nina's skincare and Jason's health line,
Yep.
and
Anything else that they want to throw at us? That's going to be fun.
I mean, we've talked about Netflix, Geico, like
I know.
we really
need to
are
get
walking-
these advertising dollars.
walking advertisement, even when we're not trying to be.
I believe in sharing good stuff.
Yes,
So when good things happen, I want to share.
right, exactly.
But other than that, I didn't even have a ton.
The only other thing I thought you were going to bring it up whenever you were talking about Sam was the fact that Spinelli's back because they're setting up
Oh, yeah.
the whole camera thing because she's going to go ahead and sleep with him and blah, 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 which is
Just
crazy.
creepy.
Yeah. I don't think they're going to
I'm
let
sorry.
that play out that whole way. So
She's
we'll see how it goes.
voluntarily saying, rape me.
But how about Molly, who was like, I'm going to take care of this. We're going to
Yep.
write an article and let the whole world know that
She's
Donna
such
Day
a-
sucks.
yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah. I love her.
She's so matter of fact and no, this
Yeah.
is going to happen.
She
And
gets her crap done.
well, and what, she's just graduating and she's already talking to the editor and she's gonna do well.
Maybe she can replace Luke.
I was just gonna say.
Because, every magazine.
Hold it, wait. So Molly actually has the degrees and the experience and the writing background.
Because every newspaper only has one writer. They couldn't possibly work there. We're just
No.
going to kick Lulu out
Yep.
and have Molly take over.
Yeah.
I don't think that's going to be exactly how it works. But it
No.
would be nice to have some sensibility in that office. Like,
Seriously.
whenever Lulu starts talking about her craziness, she can be like, yeah, I don't think we should run that story because you sound like you're nuts.
Like we've already
So.
talked about the cheese, Lulu.
Right.
Oh
So-
my gosh.
But yeah, that's it. So now I can't wait to talk about the Nurse's Ball.
I know. But I really thought about that and I was like, all right, we
No,
did not
you're
do
right.
storylines for
You're
the
right.
other ones.
I'm not arguing with you. I just
I
don't
know.
like it.
I know. But that also means that we have to, and I think we were talking this week also about changing it up. And I think that we do need to do the Spencers and Cassidines
Oh,
and
yeah.
then be done.
Yeah.
Well, not done with the families, but start to really change it up and maybe do something along the lines of like the history of the Haunted Star or
Yeah, I think
actual actors' backgrounds and things like that because
one a month or one every couple months for history because the other families just aren't as big. Like they didn't
No.
start from the beginning, so we don't need to cover them.
no. So, and I think, and the actors themselves are so interesting, their backgrounds, the things that they've done.
Yep.
And just getting to know more about, I mean, I don't know. When we found out that what's his name? Steve Hardy.
Oh, it was the baseball player.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's okay. So who else has done something cool? I know that Olivia is, I believe she's a professional softball player.
Oh, wow.
I believe.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yes.
See?
Yes. So
Yeah. We can look up some
they
fun.
do stuff. It's like
fun
teachers. They
facts.
do stuff other than.
What? No, their whole life is just acting for
Nope.
us on General Hospital.
No. But yeah, so I guess that's it until Thursday when we start talking about the nurses' ball.
Yes. So have a good week.
And we'll meet you at the pier.
Bye.
Bye. And enjoy the nurses' ball.
If you enjoyed today's show, we invite you to subscribe and follow on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Podcasts, Spotify, or whatever you listen to. Also, please give us a review. This helps us know what you like.
You can also follow us on Facebook and Instagram. And also, we're not perfect, so if there is something that we messed up or something that we missed, or if there's just something that you want to talk about, let us know by emailing us at peer54podcast@gmail.com.